My name is D. Lanier Shook. I am the information collector. The EPA has announced a war. My name is D. Lanier Shook, and I am the information collector. Potential spaceport in Michigan. Send my condolences to the people of Kuwait. My name is D. Lanier Shook, and I am the information collector. I'm coming to you from Waynesville, North Carolina, where the town is decked out for Christmas. But I had to shoot my video here. This is old-time music. The plaque says it's by artist Stefan Bonnet. It was dedicated in 2008. This is the first project of the Waynesville Public Art Commission, appointed in 2006. And it shows two things. One, it shows the rich musical heritage of the region. But two, it shows what a wonderful place Waynesville is, and why, if possible, you should visit it. I really like Waynesville. Actually, I set my first romance novel in Waynesville. I'm a guy who wrote a romance novel, so it's not perfect, but it was certainly set in a wonderful place. And you can read 11% of it online. In fact, it's the sponsor of this week's domestic private intelligence broadcast. And stay tuned, because you will see more of Waynesville later in the broadcast, and you'll see the Christmas. All right, beginning this week's private intelligence from around the United States. Wyoming DOT contracts have come down for new construction and repairs. On Friday, the Wyoming Department of Transportation announced contracts for a new interchange near Rock Springs. It announced contracts for resurfacing and repairs in Albany County and Converse County, and announced bridge work in Lincoln and Carbon counties. I'm in front of Davis Home Furniture. I'm in front of Davis Home Furniture, and I just have to pause a moment to say something about the Davis family. The Davis family have been involved in commerce in Haywood and Buncombe County for well unto 5 decades, and that's just what I'm aware of. They've had many stores in the area, all of which I've enjoyed shopping in, and it gives me I just had to mention that because when you see something from your childhood, it's really nice to be able to give out a shout out to something that is so associated with one's childhood. And I just wanted to pause and mention the Davis family. They've been in the area for a while, and they apparently were a significant part of my childhood. Memphis-based AutoZone announced on Tuesday a $1.5 billion stock buyback, leading to a total of $25 billion that they have repurchased since 1998. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. One, stock buybacks are an amazing way to get a return on investment in stocks. And if AutoZone likes to do stock buyback, that increases their value. Although, consult your financial advisor and don't sue me if you lose money. They have 6,600 stores in the United States, Mexico, and Brazil. They have 600 in Mexico and 50 in Brazil. And now I come to you from in front of the station on Main. It's a vintage sign shop that was featured in Southern Living. I also would like to introduce a special guest to the show, straight from a galaxy far, far away, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is a copyright of the Walt Disney Corporation, and who holds all rights thereto. Kansas, the home of a lot of early aviation, has established a test bed for Follow Unto Concorde, the next supersonic aircraft. This is a supersonic flight corridor. On Thursday, the Kansas announced a 770-mile racetrack at 39,000 feet above the state. Their goal is to develop low and no boom supersonic aircraft. This will allow testing of Mach 3 aircraft, and they have airports along the way for emergency landings, which is reassuring. And I am now in front of the Twigs and Leaves Gallery, where art dances with nature, and where they wanted to let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, which is interesting considering the next story. This past week, high winds and heavy snow swept tractor trailers from Rhode Island highways. At least that's what they were concerned about. Through 9 a.m. Thursday, the forecast caused the governor to issue a Wednesday proclamation to keep tractor trailers off the roads of Rhode Island. The hope was to keep them clear for emergency vehicles. So, yeah, it snowed and it snowed and it snowed in Rhode Island. Twigs and Leaves Gallery. Definitely somewhere worth visiting. And this is the Wildflower Blue Bakery in Waynesville. Now, last week I showed you the one in Canton, which is their original location. This is the bakery I featured in my article last year. It's beautiful. The building's gorgeous. And I couldn't leave Waynesville without stopping in front of it. So finally this week, the Pentagon released several contracts that they had issued to various companies, and a few are worth noting. Raytheon received a contract for 90 Block 5 tactical Tomahawk cruise missiles. Most of this work will be done in Tucson. British Aerospace received a contract for Virginia-class submarine propellers, worth $18 million, with work mostly to be done in Louisville, Kentucky. Daniels and Daniels of Goldsboro, North Carolina will build the $14 million Marine Raider Regiment headquarters at Camp Lejeune. This is a single-story brick veneer steel frame building with a standing seam metal roof. General Atomics will receive a $36 million contract for logistics to support the French Air Force and their MQ-9 unmanned aerial vehicles. DynCorp received a $15 million contract for maintenance to the 316th Wing at Andrews Air Force Base. This wing was established in 1947 in Greenville, South Carolina. It was moved to Virginia in 1966 and to Andrews Air Force Base in 1980. And yes, this is where the president flies out of. Freshpak of Denver received a $42 million contract to provide fresh fruits and vegetables to the military in a 5-year contract, and they were the only bidder. Ellijay, Georgia's TMP Opcon received a $27 million contract for medical equipment, and they beat out 134 other bidders. Vinland, New Jersey's Crown Clothing, a small business, beat out 4 other bidders for a $9 million coat and belt contract for the Marine Corps. And that's this week's private intelligence from around the United States. My name is Dean Lanier Shook. I am coming to you from Waynesville, North Carolina. Merry Christmas.